Hello kids, how are you all? I hope you are studying regularly and making your notes for the current affairs of this year. Now, in the last month, we've had a lot of events that have taken place. So, here's your roundup, here's your update for the month of September. Let's get into it. Let's try to see what all do we have for the month of September. Now, talking about this, the first discussion that I'll be having with you all is with regards to important days. Now, when I try to tell you about important dates, the first one, which is 8th of September, what do we see here? International Literacy Day. And the theme for this year was promoting multilingual education, and this was with regards to literacy for mutual understanding and peace. It's very important for you to make a note. I have not made or I have not shared many days, but the ones that are majorly important for you all. So now talking about this second one, 22nd of September, World Rhino Day. The World Rhino Day is the day of awareness for all the 5 species of rhinos and the work being done to save them. Now this has been started celebrating since the year 2011. Now it is important for you to understand all the 5 species and India's programs with regards to rhinoceros. Now moving on, 26th of September, we celebrated World Maritime Day. The theme for this year was navigating the future, safety first. Now moving on, the next important dates here again, 26th September, International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons 2024. Again, a major day that you must be aware of and try to read about it. Moving on, 26th of September again, World Environmental Health Day. On the 27th of September, World Tourism Day, and finally on the 28th of September, International Day for Universal Access to Information. Please make a note of all of these dates and try to prepare your content as per this. Moving on. Now we will be coming to some important appointments. Now what are these important appointments? First one being Michael Barnier. Now he has been appointed as the Prime Minister for France, and his appointment now marks a significant shift in the French politics, as well as with some expectations of the new policies and reforms. Likewise, the chairperson for the Parliamentary Committee on Official Languages has been appointed, who is Mr. Amit Shah. Likewise, Randhir Singh. Now, he happens to be the first Indian president of the Olympic Council of Asia. This another is a major update that you must be aware of. So, while making your notes for Olympics and all, please remember this photograph. Please remember the name and the position that he has been appointed for. Moving on, we have one more name over here, Ashok Rath Sidgel, which is now he has been appointed as the Chief of Army Staff for Nepal. Likewise, Amrit Mohan Prasad, he has been appointed as the DG or Director General for the Sashastra Seema Bal, SSB. Please make a note of this as well. Moving on, Zafar Hassan is the new Prime Minister of Jordan. Recently in one of my news, I had discussed some news with regards to Jordan. Quickly drop in the comment section and tell me what was it. Now, when you are studying that news with regards to Jordan, you must be aware of the PM as well, and quickly drop it in the comment section. Let me know how much are you aware of, or how many of you are watching my videos. Moving on, the next one, Amarpreet Singh. Now he has been appointed as the Chief of Air Staff. So this is also important. Last month's roundup video, I had given a lot of appointments with regards to army staffs and army personals. This month as well, I have some major updates. Please make a note of this. So please make a note of the last month's updates as well as this month's update. These are the crucial periods for your CLAT examination. Moving on, now we come to some other major appointments. I did not want to, put it under a specific news section, but these are some of the major appointments with regards to majority of the high courts appointing their chief justices. So let's have a quick look over all of these things. So Justice Sunita Agarwal, she's been appointed as the Chief Justice for Gujarat High Court. Likewise, Justice Alok Radhe, he's been appointed as the Chief Justice for the High Court of Telangana. Moving on, Justice Vipin Sanghi appointed as the Chief Justice for Uttarakhand's High Court. Likewise, we have Justice Amjad A. Sayyad. Now, he has been appointed as the Chief Justice for the High Court of Himachal Pradesh. Moving on, Justice S. Muralidhar, he has been appointed as the Chief Justice for Madras High Court. Next news, Justice Ritu Raj Avasthi, appointed as the Chief Justice for Karnataka High Court. Next one, Justice Prashant Kumar Mishra, again appointed as the Chief Justice for Andhra Pradesh. Likewise, Justice Arup Kumar Goswami, he has been appointed as the Chief Justice for Chhattisgarh High Court. Please make a note of all of the recent appointments of the judges as the Chief Justice for the specific state high courts. Moving on, next we come to the national news. Now this month there is a plethora of national news that I want you all to go through. The national news is a little more than the international news, so let's try to see. The first one, Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan 2024. Now I did not want to put this under the awards section because this is a major update. So now talking about this, it has been a significant recognition of the efforts to combat what? To combat air pollution. The Union Environment Minister, who is the Union Environment Minister, has presented the National Clean Air City Awards. Now this award was held as a part of the national workshop celebrating the International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies in the location. What is the location here? Jaipur. Moving on. Now this award was then divided into three segments: major cities, medium cities and the smaller cities. So talking about the major cities, the first one, Surat, which is in Gujarat. Now the Surat emerged as a top major city in India for the air quality improvements. Likewise, second being Jabalpur. Now talking about Jabalpur, we see Madhya Pradesh. It is located in Madhya Pradesh and it has secured the second position over here, and Agra, which is in Uttar Pradesh, has secured the third position. Likewise, medium-sized city. Now talking about medium-sized city, the first rank is Firozabad, which is in Uttar Pradesh. Likewise, Amravati, which is in Maharashtra, and finally third one being Jhansi in Uttar Pradesh. Now moving on, the third important update, which is with regards to the smaller cities. First one, which is in Uttar Pradesh, Rai Bareli. The second rank is for Nalgonda, which is in Telangana, and finally the third one, which is Nalagarh, which is in Himachal Pradesh. Now moving on, coming to the second news. Again, this news is majorly very important. Rather than putting in the awards and recognition sector, I wanted to put it here itself. Now what is this? National Florence Nightingale Awards of 2024. In one of my weekly current affairs videos as well, I had shared this with you. So I am hoping you have watched it. In case you haven't, click on the description section or something above here and you will be able to watch it. Moving on. This prestigious event has been recognized for the outstanding contribution in the field of nursing, which is highlighting the crucial role that nursing professionals play in the healthcare system. Now talking about this award, this was established by the Ministry of Health, Family Welfare and Health and Family Welfare, the Government of India. Moving on, the categories of this award are something majorly that I want you to study. Basically, it has been divided into three categories. The first one, which is ANM, Auxiliary Nurse Midwife, recognizing grassroots level healthcare workers. The second being LHV, Lady Health Visitor, honoring the supervisory nursing personnel. And the final being Nurse, acknowledging registered nurses across various specialization. So please have a look at this awards and some of the major names and who was the first one to receive this award. Moving on, coming to the third one, BrahMos Airspace announces Agniveer reservation. This is another remarkable change that we are seeing. Now what is this change? In the month of September, BrahMos Airspace Private Limited announced that it has officially reserved recruitment slots for whom? For the Agniveers, marking one of the first corporate commitments to the Agnipath scheme. This is a major update. Now the company emphasizes the values of these disciplined, qualified and motivated Agniveers as assets in their respective fields upon joining the BrahMos Aerospace. Now, when I'm talking about this, it is a rapid expansion due to the new orders from the armed forces necessitates increased manpower in both domestic as well as international markets. So this is a major update. Please have a look at this news as well. And while you're studying this, it is important for you to go through the Agniveer scheme as well. What is this? Who are Agniveers and what is this Agnipath scheme? Now, coming to the fourth news, in India's historic triumph at the 2024 Chess Olympiad. Now, what was this? This was held in Budapest, Hungary, which has etched itself into the records of India's sports history. Now, talking about this, in an unprecedented achievement, India secured gold medals for both women's team as well as for women's team, and marking one of the best watershed, one of the most remarkable moments while basically about the chess history of India. Now, this victory definitely superheaded by a group of prodigious young players. Now, who are these young players? That is majorly important for you. D. Gukesh, 18 years old. Now, he was then named as World Championship Challenger. Similarly, Arjun Erigasi, 21 years old, delivered crucial wins. Likewise, we have R. Pragananda, 19 years old, regained form in the final round. And finally, Vidit Gujarati, 29 years old, secured a draw on the fourth board. Now, talking about this last year as well, we had one major news with regards to R. Pragananda. So, please have a look at this as well. Coming to the next one, this is with regards to Paris Olympics. Now, talking about this, India concluded its successful Paralympic campaign ever at the Paris Paralympics, which secured an unprecedented 29 medals. It has been, a history has been, marked when we received so many medals. Now, talking about this, 7 gold medals, 9 silver medals and 13 bronze medals. On the screen you can see the list of categories under which we have received gold, silver as well as bronze medal, which brings us to the total tally of 29 major medals. So please have a look at this as well. Coming to the next one, the sixth news, which is a major news, lightweight bulletproof jackets. Okay, so a lot of times you get confused that what can be potentially asked when a defense kind of question is coming to me. So there are multiple categories of news that can come: the current affairs news, the current affairs related news, some static elements to it. So these are certain related news that are majorly important for you to go through. So now talking about this, in the September 2024, the Defense Research and Development Organization, also known as DRDO, in collaboration with researchers from the Indian Institute of Technology, IITs, Delhi, they have successfully developed a new generation lightweight bulletproof jacket, which is also named as Advanced Ballistics for High Energy Defeat. What do we call them? ABHED. Now, these jackets are made from the advanced polymers and indigenous boron carbide ceramic materials. Now, they ensure high levels of protection while remaining lightweight. Of course, the weight of the jacket will vary from size to size, from location and from category to category as well. So please have a look at this. Coming to the next news, another important update that has come into picture, which is with regards to White Revolution 2.0. Now, what is this? And while you are studying White Revolution 2.0, I would want you to also go through White Revolution, the first White Revolution as well. Now, talking about this will formally include women in the economy by depositing earnings from milk procurement directly into their bank accounts. Now, talking about this, the plan basically aims to boost milk procurement by cooperatives from 660 lakh liters to 1000 liters per day. Now, this will strengthen the cooperative dairy network and increasing milk availability nationwide. Now, when I try to talk to you about this, it also addresses some of the major issues. Number one being malnutrition and malnourished children. So the development of milk production will also increase in the consumption of it. Likewise, the initiative cooperation among cooperatives has been tested in Gujarat's Panchmahal and Banaskantha districts. So please have a look. And now after this it will be introduced nationwide. So please have a look at this as well. Now we come to the international news. What do we have? The first one, Global Innovation Index. Now this index played a major role and I did not want to attach this under reports and indices. I wanted you to go through this in the international news itself. Now talking about this, India secured 39th position out of how many economies? 133 economies at the global level, as reported by the World Intellectual Property Organization, also known as WIPO. This is marking an improvement from its previous position, which was 40th ranking. Now, India ranked first in the Central and Southern Asia and among lower middle income economies. The fourth in WIPO's Science and Technology Cluster ranking, with cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru and Chennai in the global top 100 science and technology clusters. Similarly, India also ranked 7th globally in intangible asset intensity. Now you can see some of the rankings over here. India's rank 39th, Iran's rank 64th, Kazakhstan's rank 78th, Uzbekistan's rank 83rd, Pakistan's rank 88th, Sri Lanka's rank 90th, Bangladesh's rank 105th, 106th rank Kyrgyzstan, 108th rank Nepal and 111th rank Tajikistan. So please have a look at this so that you get a better idea with regards to innovation index. Now coming to the next news. China test fires ICBM in Rare Pacific launch. Now what is this? Basically, it conducted a rare intercontinental ballistic missile test in the Pacific Ocean. And earlier to this, now basically this was raising some tensions in the region, which already fraught with the overlapping territorial claims and competing US-China influence. But then earlier to this, it took place, something similar took place in the year 1980, after which suddenly it has taken place now. Now the missile carrying a dummy warhead landed in a designated area in the Pacific, though the exact location was not disclosed. So it is majorly very important for you to have a look and keep yourself updated about this. Coming to the third news, G4 calls for urgent reform in United Nations Security Council. Now what is this? The G4 group, which comprises of India, Japan, Germany and Brazil. Now this group expressed their concern over the lack of any meaningful forward movement on the long pending reforms of the United Nations Security Council and demanded urgency on the issue. Now what is this and what is G4 all about? Basically all the members here, that is India, Japan, Germany and Brazil, support each other's bids for permanent seats on the UNSC. While talking about this, their economic and political influence has grown exponentially in the last decade. And then the G4 campaigns for UN reforms, including more representation for developing countries, both in permanent and non-permanent categories in the United Nations Security Council. Please have a look at this as well. Moving on, India commits 4 crore HPV vaccine doses to the Indo-Pacific. Now what was this? On the 22nd September it was declared and India pledged that $7.5 million to provide 4 crore doses of the HPV vaccines and cervical cancer detection kits in the Indo-Pacific as a part of the collaborative initiative that was launched at the Quad Leaders Summit. Now, This was fourth in-person summit that had taken place, wherein the US President Joe Biden mentioned about it and announced the extension of his cancer moonshot initiative to combat cervical cancer in the Indo-Pacific region. And that is where India, alongside Australia, Japan and US, committed to this program by providing whatever means they can. And from India, we pledge for vaccines as well as for the detection kits. Now here, the Serum Institute of India, along with the partnership with Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance and the Quad, will support the distribution of up to 4 crore HPV vaccine doses to the region. So please have a look at this. Now coming to the fifth news, another major news, Indus Water Treaty. Now on the 18th of September 2024, India issued a notice to Pakistan seeking a review of the whole IWT, which is Indus Water Treaty concern, a pact that governs water sharing of the 6 rivers in the Indus system between the two countries. Now talking about this, India cited something that was fundamental and unforeseen changes in the circumstances, invoking Article 12 subclause 3 of the IWT, which allows modification through a ratified treaty between both the nations. Now this dispute largely revolves around India's construction of the Kishiganga and the Ratel hydraulic or hydroelectric projects on the Kishiganga and Chenab rivers respectively. So make sure that you're going through the whole history of it, the recent amendments or changes or the updates that have taken place from India's side as well as from Pakistan's side. Now talking about this, Pakistan has raised some of the objections to these projects, initiating the treaty's dispute resolution mechanisms on multiple occasions. So I want you to go through this news as well. Now we come to the next one. Hayao Miyazaki receives the prestigious Raman Magsaysay Award. Now this award, he is a famous, renowned Japanese director, film director, and he is the co-founder of the studio Ghibli, has been awarded with this esteemed Raman Magsaysay Award. This award is also called as Asia's Nobel Prize. Now talking about this award, the foundation, now who gets this award? Basically the Raman Magsaysay Foundation, based in Manila, which is in Philippines, carefully selects some of the recipients who have made significant contribution into or to the Asian society. Now talking about this, the award recognizes individuals and organizations whose work has been a transformative impact on the communities and beyond. Now this ceremony is scheduled to take place in the month of November formally, wherein they will be getting the award. But earlier to this itself, they have been, now the declaration has been made. So please have a look at this. Now we come to some of the final elements of today's session, which is books and authors. Now talking about books and authors, we see some of the major names here. Sri Rama in Tamil Gama, an inseparable bond. Now this has been written by Thiru R. N. Ravi, the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, who has presided the release of this work. As well as the next has been, now here the Governor presided the ceremony. Talking about the next one, From Oil to Lithium, Navigating the Future of Energy. Talking about this book has been penned by Kuldeep Gupta. So please have a look at both the books as well. Coming to the end of the session, I want you to drop it in the comment section about 2 of the major things that I discussed while my session, and I will see you all in the next video. Till then, please make it a point that you're going through the current affairs on regular basis. And I keep saying something, memory has its own memory. So make sure that you're writing your notes on daily basis. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and all the best.